Ever get to the end of the day and feel like you've been running in circles? Pulled in a million directions, but nothing really got done? Well, today we're going to change that. We're building a blueprint to forge a day of calm, powerful focus. It's all about taking back control of your inner world, no matter what chaos is swirling around you. Okay, let's kick things off with the one big idea that underpins everything we're going to talk about. Think of your focus as a spotlight. Simple, right? Whatever that spotlight hits, that's what becomes your reality. This isn't just some nice quote. It's like the law of physics for your life. And it's the one rule we're going to keep coming back to.
So let me just ask you this straight up. What if? What if you could actually build an unshakable mind? A mind that isn't just a pinball bouncing off every notification, every email, every random thought that pops into your head.
And that is exactly what this is all about. Look, we're not talking about just getting better at reacting to the chaos. Nope. We're talking about creating your own calm, your own control, right from the inside out, no matter what's going on out there.
So here's the game plan. This is our roadmap for the day. We are literally going to architect our day from the second we wake up to the moment our head hits the pillow. And each piece builds on the last, creating this incredible momentum of focus. So first up, the morning. All right, the morning. This is it. This is where the battle for your entire day is won or lost. Seriously, how you start determines everything. And this isn't about rushing around trying to be productive. It's the opposite. It's about intentionally forging a foundation of discipline and presence. Okay, so how do we do it? Let's break it down. It all starts with these really simple, intentional rituals. Making your bed, but really making it with perfect corners. Hydrating slowly and mindfully. See, these aren't just chores, they're like the first reps of the day for your discipline muscle. Then we move into a super simple 10-minute focus meditation, just counting 10 breaths, then starting over. It's direct training for your attention span. And the final piece of this morning foundation? The Clarity Journal. This is where we get strategic. This is the very first question you ask yourself, and man, it is a powerful one. Think about it. We're so often just reacting to what feels urgent, right? What other people are demanding from us. This question forces you to stop and ask, what is truly important to me? Answering this first thing, it just aligns your entire day with what you actually value, not somebody else's to-do list. Next up, it's time for a little radical honesty. And notice that word, allowing. Distractions aren't just things that happen to us. So often, they're things we let in the door. By actually writing them down, the endless scrolling, the notifications you know you don't need, you're not just making a list. You're taking back your power to say no. And finally, this is where you visualize the win. This isn't just daydreaming. It's about creating a super clear, compelling picture of the focused person you're becoming. That vision, it becomes your magnetic north for the rest of the day, pulling you forward when, your willpower starts to dip later on. And it will. Okay, now for your first real-world test. The morning digital fast. It's simple. Until your entire morning routine is done, no phone, no music, no social media, nothing. Why? Because when you start the day in silence, you're literally teaching your brain that your internal world is way more important than all that external noise. You're proving to yourself that you are the source of your focus, not your phone. And this right here just drives the whole point home. The big takeaway from the morning routine is this. Real, deep focus isn't found when you're busy and rushing. It's forged in these quiet, deliberate moments of stillness. That's where the magic happens. Okay, let's move into the midday. See how this all connects? With that solid morning foundation in place, we now get to the peak hours for deep work. This is where we take that sharpened focus and use it to absolutely conquer our most important tasks, both with our minds and our bodies. So even the physical training in this blueprint is, you guessed it, mental training. The challenge here is to do your workout with zero distractions. No music pumping you up, no podcasts in your ears. Just you, your breath, and your movement. This teaches you something so important. Your body follows your attention. When you can control your focus, you control your strength. It's that direct. Now, this slide shows you the engine of all your deep work, the 90-15 focus cycle. It's a really simple but powerful rhythm. For 90 minutes, you are all in, completely immersed in one single task, no interruptions. Then, for 15 minutes, you completely disconnect. And I don't mean switch over to checking your email, I mean genuine rest. Get up, stretch, walk around, stare out a window. That rest is actually what makes the next 90-minute sprint even possible. And to make those 90-minute sprints actually work, you need to build what's called a focus fortress. The rules are super strict, but they're simple. All notifications off. Only one browser tab open, period. You have one goal for that block, one task. And what about when your mind wanders? Because it will. You don't fight it. You just jot down the distracting thought on a piece of paper and then immediately get back to work. You deal with it later. It's like you're acknowledging the thought without letting it hijack your attention. And this is probably the biggest insight from the midday block. Listen, you are going to get distracted. Your mind is going to wander. The goal isn't to have some perfectly empty Zen mind. It's to get really, really good at noticing when you've drifted and then gently but firmly redirecting your attention back to the task. Every single time you do that, it's like a rep for your focus muscle. It's making you stronger. All right, as we head into the final active part of the day, the focus shifts from doing to integrating. The evening isn't just about crashing on the couch. It's a critical time for reflection, for learning from how the day went, and for prepping your mind for some deep restorative rest. So the evening routine is basically a structured power down. First, you reflect on the day by journaling. What went well, what knocked you off track. Then you use what you learned to plan your top 3 must-do priorities for tomorrow. That way, you wake up with total clarity. A little slow stretching to release any physical tension, and then it all leads up to one last powerful meditation. And here's the last challenge of the day, the one thought meditation. It sounds simple, but it's tough. For just 3 minutes, your only job is to hold a single positive phrase in your mind. Something like, I am building unshakable focus. And every single time your mind wanders off, you just gently bring it back to that one thought. It's an incredibly powerful workout for pure attention control. And this, right here, this is the ultimate payoff. After a full day of training like this, you start to really internalize this truth. The strength you've built isn't about your environment being perfect and quiet. Your focused mind becomes its own source of stability. It becomes stronger than any chaos the world can throw at you. So let's just step back for a second and look at what we've accomplished with this blueprint. We started by forging a solid foundation. That allowed us to build laser-like concentration during our deep work. We practiced mastering redirection, not trying to avoid distractions. And through that, we created a real sense of calm that only comes from single tasking. And the result? We end the day feeling centered, clear, and totally in control. Now, to make this all real for you, there's one last bonus challenge, the 1-hour focus promise. Sometime tomorrow, just carve out 1 hour. No breaks, no distractions, just you and one task. Just try it and see for yourself how unbelievably powerful true focus actually feels. So there you have it. We've laid out the entire structure, from that first quiet breath in the morning to the last focused thought at night. The blueprint is here. The tools are in your hands. So the only question left is, how are you going to build your day tomorrow?